Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I just wanted to do a little video showcasing some new sheaths as well as talking about some older designs that I showed last time. Just give a little update on those and show you something new. So, some of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys are actually subscribed to a gentleman here on YouTube by the name of samtheman. He has some numbers after his name, but I kind of forget those right now. I'll put a link down in the description. Anyhow, for those of you who know, he actually made handles for a spyderco mule. And what he actually did, he actually sent me his knife, and I went ahead and made a sheath for it. So here's his spyderco mule, and here's the sheath that I made for it. I gotta say, this was probably one of the most aggravating projects that I've done to date. It took a lot of designing and a lot of thinking, a lot of effort to do. So, Sam, you better be grateful. It was definitely a hard project. So, real quick, when it comes to designing a sheath, the whole sheath design revolves around one thing for the most part, and that would be handle thickness. So as you guys can see here, Sam actually has some really thick handles on there, as you can see in relation to the blade. So they're pretty thick, and one thing to take note of here is the handles actually go straight up instead of being curved around like some handles are. And that actually caused one problem with the sheath, in the sense that with the belt loop, it wouldn't actually contact and loop around the blade. So I actually had to add a piece of leather, little leather stop right there, that actually sits in this little channel and keeps the blade from backing out. So it's a nice secure fit now. It's not really going to go anywhere, it's not going to fall out. That was definitely necessary with this specific handle design. When handles are curved over, it gives the leather strap a place to go and rest. So it would actually loop over and rest on the handle. So that's one thing. And real quick, when you want to get an idea of how thick a sheath is going to be for a fixed blade, and in this configuration, you need to look at the thickness. Let me get a little pointer here. Yeah, let me use this. You need to look at the thickness from right above the blade to below the handle scale, and basically that gives you an idea of how thick the sheath is going to be. So the leather has to be in line, the bottom strip of leather has to be in line with the handle scale. Hopefully I'm in frame here. So those have to be lined up, and then on top of the blade, right where the tang is and everything, you have to account one more strip of leather on top of that in order to house the actual blade itself. So real quick there, that's what it looks like. Got all that. And with the button snaps here, I did make sure to cover up the button snap in order to protect the handle. So I did sew on a piece of leather right there, so your handle's all protected. I added a wax coating, a wax-based coating. It repels water really nicely, and if you get a few droplets on there, you can just wipe it off, and then it's not going to leave a stain, a little water stain. So that's really good. He wanted his initials, and he wanted some stamping and the date. So I went ahead and did that for him. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, the whole design of one of these sheaths revolves around the handle. So this sheath is pretty thick, but it's not unbearable or anything. It's a nice hike around sheath, I guess. So I made it so you can hit that button snap and pull it right out. And I guess this piece of leather right here can also act as like a blade stop almost. Not necessarily a blade stop, but like a little shield to shield the strap. This specific design, the way it is made, the loop actually loops around the bottom, and when you flip it open, it kind of pushes the the strap down, allowing you to draw the sheath without cutting your strap. Now, what that piece is going to do, just as another precaution, is if your blade does happen to hit it, it's not going to cut into the main heart and soul of your strap. So it's going to have some good longevity. The majority of this sheath is made out of 8 to 9 ounce leather, which is pretty darn thick. It's going to last you a good while. So it's roughly 1/8 of an inch. So the overall thickness down here would be, let me see, 15/16 of an inch. So, you know, it's pretty thick, but when you consider what it is and what it's for, it's perfect. I don't think you could really find a better sheath for this this handle and you know, geometry of the knife. So, you know, I'm really digging it. Hopefully Sam's gonna enjoy this. So, Sam, please let me know what you think. I'll get this shipped out to you on Monday. So, I spent a good 20 plus hours designing, making, and, you know, doing everything for this sheath. So, definitely a big project, and I don't really think I'm going to be able to charge the same amount next time for a fixed blade sheath. So, it was a learning experience. You know, I learned a few things, a few hints that I'll have to remember for next time that I make a fixed blade sheath. So, learning experience, but it was a journey. This was pretty tough. The first time I actually did the stamping on the back, I actually made a little demo piece. I'm not quite sure where I put it, but I made a little demo piece, and instead of putting 2011, I put 2001, so I put another 0, and I didn't really notice. So when I was doing it on the main sheath itself, I put 2000, and when I put that second 0, I realized it, and I just thought, crap. So I had to redo the whole back strap. So that was a bummer, but you know, I didn't charge them anything, of course. But if I make a mistake, then you know that's purely my fault. So I fix that. So anyhow, I just thought I'd give you guys a look at this. Hopefully you guys think that's pretty cool. So, you know, nice solid sheath. This is gonna last a really long time. Very solid. You know, I think it turned out pretty spectacular. So, let me know what you think, Sam, and I'll get that shipped out to you on Monday. So, real quick, I'll look at some older designs. This is my second wallet, I guess you could say. This is a relatively new design to me. Features, let me yank this out real quick. Two card slots on each side. This is made with a thinner leather. This is 3 to 4 ounce leather. So it is pretty thin in comparison to the stuff that I used to use. This is roughly 1/16 of an inch. So not bad. It's still pretty strong. You know, I haven't ripped it or anything. It's very good for this type of wallet. It holds plenty of bills. I just stuffed a few in there sideways. Each one's folded in half. There's a few ones. That looks like 3 bills, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 bills folded in half in that one pocket, and then there's, you know, my license behind that. So, you know, I think it's a great little card wallet, good minimalist wallet. So, you know, I'm really enjoying that. And back to two previous designs. Sorry about that siren in the background, by the way. This sheath right here, this is new. This is for my Chris Reeve large Sebenza. I had originally tested this design for my Chris Reeve small micarta, and it is a one-piece design, so entirely out of one single piece of leather. Great durability so far. I haven't noticed any signs of wear. Belt loop's nice and strong because the flesh side is still intact on the opposite side. This is not the flesh side, you know, like the epidermis, I guess you would say, is still on the inside, so that's intact. That's where all the strength is on leather, if you guys didn't notice that, or no. So, just a little hint there. So, you know, very strong design. It's not as strong as my other designs, though, with the sewn-on belt loop on each side. But it's still really designed nice and slim, streamlined. I wouldn't necessarily yank your knife out with one hand. I always put one hand in the sheath while I draw it. It just ensures that the belt loop's not going to rip or wear excessively over time. Though it shouldn't really be a problem. Anyhow, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. New design right here, or new sheath rather. Quite an experience, Sam. Hopefully you liked it. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I always appreciate the support. And probably this week or next week I'm going to be having that contest, so keep an eye out for that. I'm going to let it be known, I think. And, anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.